Welcome to the Adoption Show, where every week we shine a light on the incredible journey of shelter dogs and the heroes helping them find their forever home. Across the country, we meet thousands of dogs waiting for a second chance. Here, we meet the dedicated individuals and organizations making that possible. Join us as we explore heartwarming stories of hope, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between humans and their canine companions. This is more than just a show. It's a movement, and together, we can make a difference, one adoption at a time. You ready, guys? Let's go!
On the Adoption Show, saving lives is fun together. On the Adoption Show,
Hi there, and welcome to the Adoption Show. I'm Amber Akar, and I'm here to help you find your next furry family member. Every week, we bring you dogs from across the country who are just waiting to be loved. And when you adopt through the show, we'll also send you a welcome kit packed with treats, tools, and love. So let's go meet your future next best friend.
Koko isn't looking for cuddles or constant companionship. He's perfectly content doing his own thing. He's not one for couch snuggles or hanging out inside the house. And honestly, he prefers the great outdoors. Koko enjoys access to a safe yard, peace and quiet, walks. He's so good on a leash. And snow. He loves snow. And while Koko may never become a lap dog or a family shadow, with time and trust, he just might surprise you. If you're someone who values a quiet companion and can offer Koko the space and freedom he craves, we'd love to introduce you. Apply to meet Koko today and let him be exactly who he is.
Say hi to this sweet and happy good boy. His name is Farindi, and he's a 4-year-old Belgian Malinois mix. He's a playful, social, and exuberant fella. Farindi is a pretty high-energy dog. Some of his absolute favorite things are playing fetch and running around in a big backyard. Despite his energy, Farindi can be pretty calm and well-behaved. When it comes to meeting new people, he's a very friendly dog and is always happy to meet new friends, including children. He already understands several commands like sit, wait, and give paw for shakes. He's great on a leash too and loves going for walks outside. So if this playful, fun-loving guy sounds like your perfect pooch, read more about Farindi on Atlanta Humane's website.
Ursula first arrived at Austin Pets Alive in the spring of 2021, very sick with parvovirus. Parvovirus especially afflicts young, unvaccinated puppies with gastrointestinal symptoms that can cause death in most animals. Luckily, Austin Pets Alive has a thriving parvovirus clinic program that saves puppies like Ursula all the time. She can be a little nervous around new people, but with a really solid routine, she can meet new people and thrives in new environments. So if you have a little bit of patience and a huge sense of humor, you're gonna love Ursula.
Say hello to Queenie. This sweet girl is 4 years old and weighs 55 pounds. She is currently living in Plain City, Ohio, and is excited to find her forever home. Queenie is a volunteer favorite, and she loves attention at events, and let us tell you, she knows how to work a crowd. On event days, she'll let you get her dressed up in her costumes or bandanas, and while at events, she has a way of swindling all of those who pass by to give her belly rubs. Queenie is a smart girl who knows sit and will learn just about anything if treats are involved. Her ideal home would be one that is full of adventure, belly rubs, and of course, treats.
Meet 4-year-old Patunia. Patunia is a total cat. She makes waves wherever she goes. This sweetheart lights up the room with wagging greetings, playful hops, and polite potty alerts. She even knows sit and paw like a pro. What makes her possum? This girl is an enjoyable car ride companion, always ready for adventure, especially if a pup cup is involved. She loves her toys, treats, and enrichment, and she dives into every day with enthusiasm. And she didn't have any ID on her, and no one came forward. It completely blows her mind, as she's the sweetest dog you could ever meet. We hope to see you soon.
Do you want to take home one of these adorable dogs? All you have to do is visit the shelter's site or scan the QR code. And here's the best part. Not only are you getting a new friend, but if you mention the Adoption Show, you'll get an exclusive gift that's full of essentials to kickstart your journey. From coast to coast, we've met so many amazing people making a difference. This week, we're shining a spotlight on someone whose work is truly saving lives. Hi, I'm Amber Carr, and today we're here at Bobby and the Strays, a nonprofit and no-kill animal rescue that's also committed to public education about adopting some animals. We're going to talk to Ron here, and he's the manager of this facility, so let's check it out. Hi, Ron. Thank you so much for meeting with me.
Pleasure being here, meeting you.
Yeah, I'm so excited to learn more about Bobby and the Strays. Can you tell me where the name comes from or how that happened?
Absolutely. Bobby is named after Bobby Giordano, who's the owner of the shelter.
Okay.
And she owns 2 shelters here in Atlas Park for 25 plus years, if not more. And then one in Freeport, Long Island. She actually started at JFK Airport, where she started adopting dogs out there and moved to here and then to Freeport, Long Island. And her whole mission, her whole focus is to make sure that all of our pets, dogs and cats, find a forever home. A home where they will last their entire life with a happy family, loving them, giving them all the TLC they need.
I love that. That's what the adoption show is all about, and that's why we're talking with you guys, because I think that you guys do things that really help pets stay in their homes forever, not just kind of get passed around. So I know you have a different adoption process, so can you explain to us what someone would be doing if they were applying to adopt and how you make sure those pets do stay in the home forever?
Sure. We have a website, and people go on the website and look at our dogs on the website, and we have a biography about the dogs, what they're all about, their demeanor, personality, age, everything there, and then they fill out an application. And I review the application when it comes in, and if I feel it's a good application based on what they wrote, then I'll call them and have them come in to meet the dog. And we'll do a one-on-one meet and greet with the dog. And at the same time under here, they could look at some of our other dogs, because the one they put down may not be the best match for them.
Right.
Once that happens, then I process the application by calling references. I call a landlord to make sure that a pet is allowed in the building, if it's a building. If it's a home, I want to make sure that I do home checks to make sure like a backyard is totally secure, that a dog in the backyard playing off leash could not escape, could not run around, very important. We look inside the home as well to make sure that there are no, for example, wires all over the place that dogs could chew upon.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure it's a safe and protected environment for the home. Once that happens, then the client will come back and we'll finish the adoption process. There is an adoption fee that's paid for the dog, and then the dog goes to their forever home.
That's amazing. I think the fact that you guys take those extra steps to make sure that everything is set up appropriately for the pet is going to help that pet stay in the home forever. Do you guys find ways to help educate the public on like what is needed if they want to adopt a dog? Or I know you guys have some community outreach programs, and I'd love to hear more about that.
We do. One of the largest ways we do is, as I did today, we work in schools. So we begin with even children, with kids, going into schools with our dogs and educating the students in even grade school, middle school, why are dogs in shelters? How do they get here? How do they move from here to your own home? Mommy and daddy want to come and adopt. And then,
or the kid wants to adopt.
So we do a lot of that.
I think it's really cool that you guys not only focus on finding pets forever homes, but you also focus on bringing those pets out into the public. Not only is that good for them to get, awareness that they're up for adoption, but it helps teach kids and other people what it's like to adopt a pet. Do you guys provide additional support to help them stay in the home?
Absolutely. Number one, when they come for the adoption and pick up the dog or cat, they get an adoption bag with all the necessary equipment and food and toys. That is good for the first week or so with the dog. They may not know. There are many first-time adopters for both dogs and cats, and they may not know, what to do.
Yeah.
Where does the dog sleep? What kind of food should the dog eat based on what we do here? So we provide a lot of that
You're
information.
setting them up for success.
Right. We give them a folder with all the dog or cat's medical information. So all of our dogs here have been all vaccinated fully, rabies, DA2PP, everything. They are all microchipped. Every dog is spay or neutered as well.
They're all ready to go.
Right, they just pack their bag.
That's great.
Pack bag and
That's
go.
great.
So the client really doesn't have any worries except just to keep up with the medical forms that I have when the next shots are due, booster shots are due. And if they find, and it happens, if they find that there is an issue with the dog, for example, someone would call and say, the skin on my, I see something wrong with this, okay? And if I'm close by, I'll run over. Because many of the adoptions happen within the area.
Right,
I'm
you're
doing the
already
home
invested
checks.
in the dog,
Right.
and so you're doing the
Right.
best
So
you can to keep
we'd
them
do that,
there.
or we would advise them to call one of our vet techs or to call a trainer that we have out in Freeport. So we'll try to provide as much information and resource to them as possible.
That's great. You guys...
They become part of our family once they take one of our dogs.
Absolutely. So one thing I wanted to bring up is I think that the curb appeal, like what you guys have done to help bring awareness to animals that not only need homes, but that have successfully been in homes, like looking at these happy, like the happy smile with the dogs and the cats, it really makes you see yourself, you know, in that position, and I think it brings extra awareness to the animals. I just got chills because it's just imagining like dog is smiling, the kid is smiling, and it's really crazy that you guys are doing not only so much to help, you know, rehome these animals, but you are providing support and you're providing education, and the fact that you guys have made it like an accessible thing for people. If they're interested, maybe your windows you have here in the location will pique the interest of people wanting to adopt
That's what we
animals.
hope it'll do, and
That's
boost
great.
our, boost our adoptions.
Yeah, that was the first thing I said when I came up here. I was like, wow, this is the coolest like little setup here, and I think it's really cool. You guys are doing so much to help animals, and I just really appreciate you taking the time to tell me more about Bobby and the Strays and talking with me today. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Very happy to be here.
Gosh, it was so great getting to meet Ron and find out more about Bobby and the Strays and see how they're not only helping dogs get adopted, but they're helping them stay in their forever homes. And I love that about their mission because that's what the adoption show is all about. Celebrating 30 years of impact, PetSmart Charities continues to be a beacon of hope for pets and their families, championing initiatives that make a tangible difference. I'm here with Victoria Stilwell, dog behavior expert and founder of Positively. You have done so many amazing things for the dog training world and for new pet parents. And so I'm so excited to talk with you today.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
So for people who are thinking about adopting a new dog, what is something that you want them before adopting potentially to kind of think about when they're making that decision?
Well, I think adoption is done a lot of times with your heart. And it's difficult to think rationally because you're so excited. But I would like you to think, if the dog could sit you down and interview you about, like, are you the right candidate for them to go home with, to come and live in your home? When we want to adopt, we do make a lot of decisions quickly. And I think this gives an adopter time to think not only how is this dog gonna come and impact my life and fit in my life, but what can I do to make sure that I fit into this dog's life?
Yeah.
And I give this dog what this dog is going to need.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we so many times look at dog for adoption like we're doing them a favor, which we are. We're including them in our home, but how can we make sure that all of their needs are met? Let's say if someone did the interview and they're feeling like, okay, I feel like I can provide what this dog needs. What next? Like what should this person do next to try and see if they can fulfill the needs of that dog?
I always say, especially in the first couple of days, is really do less. Don't do more, do less. And that just means giving the dog time to just be. Just give the dog time to get to know its environment. Your dog will be much happier doing that before it's introduced to everybody else.
So on that note, you obviously have lots of resources that people can maybe look into if they are looking to build that community. So can you tell everybody about those resources?
The resources are fantastic resources. That's like everything you need to know about dog training and behavior is at positively.com. And we it's not just written resources. We have courses for dog lovers. We have courses for animal care professionals as well. But these courses are amazing. And they're really interactive, they're entertaining, they are not boring. And some courses are 30 minutes long and some are an hour long. But they just really take you into your dog's world. And it's not so much about training, this is how you do this. We do have courses on that, but a lot of our courses center on understanding. I love that. How are you going to have a bond with your dog? How is your dog going to just succeed in your home? And how are your dog and you going to be a team? Because that's what it's all about. How's your dog going to listen to you? How's your dog going to be happy? I just love Positively because it does have so many accessible resources that are grounded in science. We are science-led the whole way through.
Wow, you guys are doing so much, so much to help dogs, help people. One last thing I wanted to ask you is that if someone's either, like you said, they're thinking about adopting a new dog, or they just adopted a new dog, they're doing their best to see if they can communicate and learn about their dog, what is one thing that you want that person to remember?
The most important thing for humans and for animals is safety. And it's not just good enough to be safe. A dog has to feel safe. And so I would say sort of the secret sauce is that if you can create an environment inside and outside where your dog feels safe, if you can teach your dog in a positive way that increases their confidence, if you can use enrichment in your dog's life, and if you can understand what your dog needs to be successful, you guys are going to have a great life together.
I love that. My goodness, that was just like cherry on top. I love it. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. And goodness, that was so much amazing information. And I just really appreciate you sharing that with everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Did you know I adopted him when he was already 2? Training isn't just for puppies, even older adopted dogs can learn new habits and tricks too. It's a great way to bond with your new best friend. So let's go check out the next group of dogs hoping to find their people.
Malacandra is the best kept secret at Rancho Coastal Humane Society in sunny San Diego. She is the favorite of many of our staff and volunteers because she's so intelligent and loving. Malacandra needs loving people who will guide her, keep her mentally challenged, and possibly get her a baby pool to play in so she can live her best life. Come meet this beautiful gal today. We're guessing she's a husky mix, around 3.5 years old, and she has spent a total of 423 days in our shelter.
Meet 10-year-old rock star Van Hallen. He's at Muttville Senior Dog Rescue in San Francisco. Van Hallen is a Maltese poodle mix, a perfect little 15-pound mutt. Here are some things about him. On his love list are walks and treats. When his paws touch grass, he starts motoring. He really enjoys the outdoors. And when his foster mom heads towards home, he puts it into 4th gear for that too. Major bonus points for this one. He's potty trained. His foster parents are quite happy having him as a guest, and they call him Spud. So adopt Van Hallen at muttville.org in San Francisco.
Braley has it all: looks, personality, and he's dog friendly. He's an adorable white and black 1-year-old. 42 pounds of perfection. Braley's personality can't be beat. He's friendly, playful, and peaceful. He's good on the leash, low energy, likes treats, and is easy to train. He's so easygoing, and he would be a great dog for a first-time dog owner. Or anyone, really. You can meet him at Lifeline Animal Project in Atlanta, Georgia.
Say hello to Sunshine, a 2-year-old ray of light who's sweet, smart, and always ready for adventure. This street-motivated girl is a pro at car rides, loves a good game of tug or fetch, and never misses a chance to splash around and cool off in the water. Sunshine is potty trained and walks like a dream on leash. She's had positive interactions with other dogs and is currently learning her cues: sit, drop it, and touch, especially if spray cheese is involved. With her loving personality and playful energy, Sunshine is ready to brighten your home and your heart. You can meet her at Nashville Humane Association and let your days start and end with a little more sunshine.
Meet Wesley, a sweet young dog with a gentle nature who's looking for a calm and patient home. Wesley warms up with time and is friendly once he gets to know you. He previously lived with adults and older children and did well, but he's not the right fit for a home with babies or young kids. He's more comfortable in quiet settings with calm and understanding people. Wesley will benefit from crate training and continued socialization. He's a smart pup who needs both mental and physical stimulation. Regular walks and engaging activities will help him thrive. His history with other dogs and cats is unknown, so proper introductions are essential.
With so many amazing dogs out there, I'm sure one of them could be your new best friend. Now, let's get you set up for success with this week's adoption tip from A to Z.
K. Kids and dogs. Introducing a dog to children should be gradual and supervised. Teach kids to respect the dog's space and teach the dog basic commands. This builds strong, respectful bonds and prevents misunderstandings.
Victoria Stilwell's adoption tips. Here's a tip.
If you have an existing dog at home, make sure you introduce your newly adopted dog to your existing dog on neutral territory. This will ensure that your existing dog doesn't become territorial about its home.
Because adopting is awesome, and so are you, here's an exclusive thank you pack that you'll get when you adopt through the show.
Adopt a dog through the adoption show and receive an exclusive welcome kit. When you open your heart and home to a rescue dog through the adoption show, you'll receive an incredible adoption package designed to support you and your new furry friend. Buy Series 3, Smart Dog Collar. Stay connected with your pet through real-time GPS tracking, activity monitoring, and health insights. This top-rated collar ensures your dog's safety and well-being. And a 1-year subscription to Dog TV. Provide your dog with engaging, scientifically designed content to keep them relaxed and entertained when you're away. This exceptional package is our way of saying thank you for choosing to adopt and making a difference in a dog's life.
Every week we get questions from future adopters like you, and we absolutely love it. So we created Adoption FAQ, a segment dedicated to answering the most important questions. So here's this week's FAQ.
Now, what are some common behavioral issues that we tend to see in newly adopted pets?
Yes, behavioral issues are key. In fact, tragically, it is one of the most common reasons why pets are relinquished back to the shelter. So I would certainly say chewing, separation, type anxiety behaviors or anxiety behaviors associated with separation, and of course not using the litter box. These are the big three, but there's a host of all types of behavioral issues that pets can have. But here's the key, and this is so important. If they are not addressed early, they can only get worse. Yeah. So you've got to address them thoroughly and early. And that's why I say have a conversation with your veterinary healthcare team. And of course, if you can, get an awesome trainer like Amber into the process earlier. That way you can fix the behavioral issues before they get worse.
That's perfect.
Hi, new pet parent. I'm Dr. Renee Schmid with Pet Poison Helpline, and I'm here to give you an essential tip to help with your new pets. Regular veterinary checkups. Schedule regular veterinary visits to monitor your dog's health and discuss any concerns about potential toxins in your environment. Preventive care and professional guidance are essential components of responsible pet ownership and can help identify and mitigate risks before they become serious issues. Remember, we're all in this together.
Every dog we featured today deserves a home, and it could be yours. Scan the code, visit the shelter, and take the leap. You could be changing a life forever. Plus, we'll send you a special gift to get started. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time on The Adoption Show.